4, 3, 2, 1.
Hi guys, this is Gail.
And Brianne.
And welcome to
SADDIES. This is a podcast hosted by two Fil-Am 20-somethings in New York.
We're not sure what we're doing, but we're doing this for sure. Episode 2, guys. Episode 2, we're doing this. Ew, we're here. We're back. And still whack. But it's all good. So, sis, how are you ever since our first episode?
Oh my gosh, it's been a lot. My mom was obviously listening and watching the podcast, and she's like, what's going on there?
Same.
So I'm very concerned for my well-being.
Me too.
No, I'm just kidding. My mom actually liked it. She laughed at our moments.
Oh.
So, thanks, Mom.
Thank you, Tita.
But how are you?
Oh, I'm like overwhelmed. But I'm also happy that, we really got this far.
Mm-hmm.
Even though, like, our first episode, we already did a lot before that. We went hard on the social medias and stuff.
Yeah.
Also, that was, like, partially for me as well to kind of get myself in the mode. Because if we don't do anything, then it's kind of like, so we don't really have to do it. Because we didn't really establish anything. We didn't tell anyone. It's a secret. But then it wasn't a secret anymore. So
yeah, it's like it's motivating for both of us to be like, let's do it. Like, let's actually do it.
Right. Instead of just talking like, oh, let's do it. Ha ha ha. Now it's let's do it. Ha ha ha. Yeah, my mom too, she had her own comments. She was like, why do you have so many expressions and stuff? And I'm like, but this is how I am, But it's actually, now I'm thinking about it, like my weakness before was that I didn't really have much expression, because there was just a little side note. Back in middle school, I auditioned for like the musical or something, and then there was a part where they're like, okay, you have lines and you have to read this. And then I was like, do I have to act it? Or are the sirens coming for me? Welcome to New York, everyone. So yeah, there was, they gave me lines and I'm thinking, do I act it out or do I just read it? But I wasn't sure because I never expressed myself in the OA sort of like way that I wanted to internally, because I always like kept it inside, held myself together. So I read it and I was like, pretend, we're not sure what we're doing, but we're doing this for sure. When inside, I wanted to say, we're not sure what we're doing, but we're doing this for sure, And
but look at you now. Okay, but look at you now. The growth, sis.
The growth. The acceptance of the self. Oh my God. Shaddies. Self-accepting shaddies.
Yes.
But we're still, working towards
We're still working toward it.
True.
My mom was like, why is your voice like that? I'm like, I can't really do much about my voice.
Is she not used to it by now? Maybe you talk differently at home.
She's like, you're so OA. I mean, I know.
Can't do anything,
This is nothing new.
Right. You've been new this, but I guess it's like amplified and it's different when you see it on the screen and you get to critique it, I guess. Even same for me. I was like, why do I do that? Why do I look like that? Why do I laugh so much? Are you actually that happy? Like, it's a lie.
It's a lie. One thing though, because I guess, with social media, we were sharing it nonstop. And I had a few like relatives and like family friends that messaged my mom and were like, Rianne looks so much like you now.
Really?
She's like, all I could see while watching the video like is your face.
Wait, for real?
Yeah.
Oh my
And my mom
God.
was like so hype. She was like, look, they're saying we look alike. I'm like,
Your mom,
you like that?
I made that.
Yeah.
And that looks like me.
Mm.
I was reincarnated. Like, I gave birth to myself.
Yeah.
Good job, Tita. Congrats.
Yeah. I mean, we always get that, but
Even more so, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh, that's so cute. Oh my god. Wow, that's actually so cute. I'm dead. Yeah, I had some relatives too saying that were cute. And like,
Aw.
you know, it was fun. But that was it.
Oh.
Yeah, that was
At
so
least
cute.
they said we were cute.
I know you're lying because you saw my double chin like how many times. But yeah, it's okay.
But we know now. We know now.
We know now. I have the camera set up a little bit higher.
A little higher.
The last time. It might still make an appearance, but it's not as aggressive, you know? Mm-hmm. Speaking of people who gave comments about our first episode, we have another friend who like sent me a message. He was like, oh, why don't you guys have like a SADDIES mood part or something? And I was like, but I definitely said SADDIES suggestions.
We definitely said that in the first episode.
Were you
so
paying attention,
please.
sir? But yeah, he said he wanted to submit like a SADDIES mood, have it be more interactive, have people send in like their SADDIES moments where they experienced some saddiness, I guess. I mean, specifically for him, who's not going to be named. He's going after a girl, but he feels like he's just an option, but he's not the first option, so it hurts his heart, you know? So, and then he wanted to ask us for advice about it.
Yeah.
But I think that was just an idea, not something that we had to tackle right now.
Right now.
But if you want us to, let us know.
Do
and
it.
we'll do it for episode 3.
Listen, like this is why we're here. We don't really know what we're doing, but we can at least try to help you
Right.
figure it out.
Yeah, as fellow women or something. Yeah. What it's like on the other side.
Yeah.
Right. So that's why we want you to come here so you show us the other
Yes.
side. Yeah.
So if you have a similar or, you know, different experience that you want us to help you with, you can, you know, message us on social media and, you know, we'll definitely do our best.
Yeah. I mean, I know sometimes it's hard because if you message through social media, right, it's going to show your name and maybe you want to hide your identity, right? So you can use our email address, which is official saddies@gmail. And if you have like, because all of us have like that one email that we pretend to be somebody else with, use that one. Drop us a little thing, be like, hey, I want to be anonymous, or just say that in the DMs if you're not sure.
Yeah,
you know?
just do that.
It's all good.
We won't expose you.
We won't expose you now because we don't want to be exposed either. And karma is a beep, right?
Yes.
Mm.
Amen.
Yes. Amen. So yeah, just about anything. We want to make this, I don't know, SADDIES suggestions or SADDIES questions and suggestions, and anything. Because we want to help people, Rianne, not just, you know, talk stupid stuff on this podcast.
Yes. So we actually do want to help others, and you know, we're saddies. We're your fellow saddies. No need to be shy.
Yeah.
We've, you know, been there.
Done that. Maybe not done that,
but we've been there.
Yeah, we've been somewhere.
Yeah. So, you know, don't be shy.
Yeah, don't. So, where are we going next? Oh, yeah. So, since it's our episode 2, we've expanded. Expanded.
Yay.
As in you can hear us at different places, but you still watch us here on YouTube. You can now hear us on Apple Podcasts / iTunes, Spotify, Castbox, and of course, where it all started, SoundCloud. Yes. But where can they watch us, Rianne?
YouTube.
Hey, and you're probably there right now. That's how you're seeing us. So yes, we're also branching out to different podcasting services, and we'll let you guys know if you follow us on Facebook or Instagram, and we will update you as soon as possible because we want you guys to know. Personally, I like to listen to podcasts while I'm like cleaning.
Yeah, I do too. Like, I like it I like to listen when I'm doing other stuff. Like if
Mhm.
I'm, or sometimes when I'm commuting.
Right. The best.
That's like, yeah. So pick your streaming service
Mhm.
and you know, hopefully we're there already. If not, we'll be there soon.
Manifest it.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. It's so weird seeing us though on the like Spotify and iTunes. I was like, whoa, it says struggle and Rianne. Chatties. For the stranger, struggle is my other identity. My artist name Char Char. Whatever.
Char.
Listen to my music on Spotify and iTunes, guys. Ha ha ha. Anyway,
Stream
next on.
make you smile.
Goodbye, Rianne. Oh wait. Okay, 12 minutes. Okay, I was just making sure that we had time. All right. So I might cut that part out, but you know what? If I don't, it's okay, guys, because we're still learning. We have to budget our time because our computers and camera is
Our
limited.
cameras.
So actually, we talked about this a little bit in our previous episode. What was it, Rianne? What am I referring to?
Well, we talked about our experiences in high school, specifically in Filipino club as Filipino Americans here in New York. But we did touch upon it a little bit about, you know, growing up as Filipino Americans here in the U.S. And I guess for this episode, we're gonna get a little deeper in our experiences. And yeah, Gail, so how was it growing up?
How was it? I mean, personally, I think I'm still growing up, so it's still a process, an ongoing process at the moment. But if you guys don't know, you can see my shirt. It says Philippines.
Yes,
Because I'm like the illest. I rock the swag Pinoy pride with a Y and a 3. Pinoy as in P-N-O-I-I. Yeah.
Right.
Pride. So I was born here. And I was born in Florida. And I was raised in New York. But I started in, I think, where was it? Queens, like Forest Hill, Queens. And I went to, you know, some school there or whatever. But I actually didn't know that I was Filipino. Yeah. I thought I was like Chinese because of Mulan. I thought I was Native American at a certain time because of Pocahontas. And then I also thought that I was like Latina or like Mexican because of Lizzie McGuire and her best friend Miranda.
Yes, I remember.
Because I would see Miranda and I'm like, I feel a connection. And then I'm looking at my skin. I'm looking at hers. I'm like, there's a similarity here. I think I'm onto something. Right?
Yeah.
And then I don't know how it happened, but I asked my mom, or I told my mom something, and she was like, Gail, we're Filipino. And I was like, huh? I'm like, what's Filipino? She was like, are you serious? I'm like, yeah, what's Filipino? I don't know what that is. She's like, it's a country in Asia, and it's here. And then she gave me like the globe or something. She's like, it's right here. I'm like,
that's where you're from, Gail.
But small. How can I find that? Like, if you twirl the globe again, I'm not going to be able to find it. A little note. My dad eventually, like, would always bring the globe. Look for the Philippines. I'm like, I don't know where it is. And I would start crying because so much. I'm like, I don't know where the Philippines is. It's like, you have to know. This is your origin. And then he would, like, always, like, twirl it around and they'll, like, go to a random place.
Be like, find
Look for it. I'm like, Gail, use common sense. Where's Asia? I'm like, right here. Where's the Philippines? I'm like, go south, Gail, south. I'm like, south. How can I find this? I was so dramatic. Well, I still am dramatic now, but I would always cry because I'm like, why are you so angry? Because honestly, I didn't learn anything about the Philippines in school.
Really?
Yeah. History class,
same.
Nothing. Well, social studies, nothing. Right? Even when I went to school, my classmates were like, so Gail, are you like Ching Chong, Makahaya Chinese? Are you Japanese? I'm like, when I found out that I was Filipino, I was like, no, I'm Filipino. They're like, what's Filipino?
What is that?
What is that? Is that like Philadelphia? I was like, no, it's a country in Asia. And then I would show them on the map. It's like,
Look for it.
It's right there. They're like, and then again, like me, they're like, oh, that's small. I'm like, that makes me special, right? Because there's not that many of us. So yeah, that journey was like, once I found out I was Filipino, it was over. It was over for everyone. I would tell everybody, I would educate them. Philippines, I am Filipino.
Yeah.
Pinoy swag. Ah, ha ha ha.
How old?
How
like,
old
would you
was
say
I?
you were at the time? Yeah, that you figured it out, or that you were told.
Probably around 5-ish.
5-ish. Okay.
5-ish. Yeah. Wait, 5. You know what? Hold on, sis. 5-ish. I was still in what? Kindergarten, first grade at that time?
I guess. Yeah.
Actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think it was around 2nd to 3rd grade.
Oh, that's later. That's like
Yeah.
8,
Because I remember which
8?
kid told me, Philadelphia?
7 or 8.
It was definitely 3rd grade for him, but I think I knew back in 2nd grade already.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, it was during that time. Even it was so wild because they're like, the Philippine, are you so you're Filipinian? I said no, Philippine, no. You're like
Filipino.
Filipinian, Philippines. Like,
Yeah.
no.
Oh my gosh.
It was so crazy. And then during that grade too, or was it like the grade after? In that same school, there was this boy, this blonde-haired, blue-eyed boy who was like the popular boy. He was good at sports. All the girls liked him, but he always liked like the really pretty like Latina girls and everything. But he was Italian. And then I don't know what happened, but then he tripped into Gayland. And I was like, this is the first time I'm liking an Asian girl. At the time, I was kind of like,
whoa.
Yeah, that's
Happening hair mo girl.
happening here. But then later on, when I'm thinking about it, now that I'm at this age, I'm like, it's kind of problematic. I don't know. Yeah, you're the only Asian girl I've ever liked in my life. But you know what? You're welcome. I'm your wonderful introduction to the world of Ching Chong Makahaya, right? So,
Oh
yeah.
my goodness.
Yeah. So when my parents told me, I was like, this is it. I would bring out the stars, the sun, Yo, can I? Ooh. You heard that? That's my mic. I don't have a mic stand, y'all. I want to show something real quick. I'm going to show my feet. Look at my tattoo, guys.
3 stars and the sun.
Pinoy
bro.
pride, guys. Yeah, I'm very proud. Oh, also fun fact, because remember I thought that I was Latina or Mexican or something. Miranda in Lizzie McGuire is actually full-blooded Filipino.
Oh, she is? Oh.
And I
So
think
you weren't that far off.
I wasn't
You are.
bugging.
Yeah.
No, I was on the right
You
track.
felt it.
I felt the mabuhay spirit, you know?
That's another thing though, because if I see someone Filipino on the street, I'm like, you're definitely Filipino, and I feel that instant connection. And pre-corona, like you would do a little smile.
You know what my mom likes to do? Sometimes we'll be in the car and she'll be like, give. Do you see that? I'm like, who? That person?
The driver. Or what?
The driver. No, just someone on the street.
I was just a random person.
Yeah, and she's like, we're Filipino na. I think that person's Filipino. And then I'd be like, how do you know? And she's like, wala, I just feel it.
I just feel it.
And she's like, let me try something. She'll put the window down. And then she'll go, anong balita? Anong balita dyan? And then the car is like speeding past. And if that person turns around, he's like, I told you.
Filipino.
They're Filipino.
I feel like anyone would turn around though.
Right, exactly.
Where's that coming from?
Exactly. Do you ever try that? Shh. Do you ever try that?
Yes.
You do? Oh,
We
I've
were
tried
like,
that
psst,
too.
psst.
And if they
They
like,
turn
whoa.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a reflex.
That's
Where's
funny
that
because
coming
my
from?
mom does the same thing. She's like, that person is Filipino. I'm like, no, they're not. No, they're not. Yeah, that person is Filipino. But she'll be like, are you Filipino?
Oh, she asked?
She'll ask. She usually will ask. other times she'll do the smile thing, like we be knowing.
Oh my God! Wait,
we look at
Rianne.
each other.
Rianne,
What?
go back for a few seconds because you froze for me, and I was like, for like a quick second. It was after the
What did I say?
Your mom. She asked
Okay.
them.
Yeah, usually my mom will ask.
I'm sorry, guys.
If we can cut that part out.
I'm too lazy.
But no, my mom will usually ask. She'll be like, "Oh, are you Filipino?" Or like she'll be like, "Filipino ka no?" Filipino ka diba?
Imagine they're not. They're like, huh?
You're not. Yeah. I mean, that happens sometimes, but growing up, so I was born in Cebu, and we moved here when I was about 2 or 3, and we went straight here to New York, and at the time,
Where in New York?
Woodside.
Oh, okay,
So
okay.
literally like the lands of all the Filipino.
Right.
So we lived in Woodside, and you know that Filipino community is very tight. Within those
Super.
within those like 20 blocks or whatever. And
Facts.
at the time we were living with my grandparents and like my aunt, so it was like a full house of like Cebuanos.
That's so fun though. Wow.
And we, you know, in the house, like I obviously like at a young age I was like, yeah, I'm Filipino, like I know that. But it was only when we got here that I started to learn about the culture, because you know, coming here at a young age, you don't really like, you're
not
not
really alive.
Yeah, you're not conscious of like the things that you're doing.
Right.
So it was here that I was like learning how to speak Bisaya, and like obviously like my grandparents were here at the time, so they, you know, had their culture and were introducing it to me. And that's where I kind of learned that, oh, like this is what
This is a
Filipinos
thing.
do.
Right.
This is my culture. At school though, there is that like you said, they're like, what are you like, what are you? Where are you from? I was
Right.
like, yeah, I'm from the Philippines. They're like, where's that? You can figure it out yourself.
Yeah.
But I was like, no, like it's obviously in Asia. Like I just moved here. But yeah, like you said earlier, when I was in school also, like people wouldn't guess Filipino
No.
right away. Like I usually got like Mexican or Korean, Japanese.
You got Korean?
anything? Yeah.
I had never heard of Korean at that time.
It was because I was so pale at the time.
Wait, so you were in Woodside at this time?
Yeah,
And people were guessing Korean. Oh, well, it's Woodside, that's why.
it's Woodside. Yeah.
Oh, okay, continue.
But I remember, so that was like what, kindergarten, like preschool until like second grade.
Preschool.
Okay. And then there was a time that, well, there was a year that we moved back to Cebu just for a year. And then when we came back, we lived like here, where I currently live.
You mean,
We
hey,
lived in the
guys,
city.
New York City. Only rich people live there.
No. But I remember like in school, because I obviously like went into a new school and
Yeah.
I had to like reintroduce myself to these people. And it was always like, who are you? Like, where are you from? I'm like, I'm from the Philippines. Where's that? Or they'd be like, oh, are you Filipino? Or are you Japanese? Are you Korean? And I'd always be like, no. I'm Filipino. I remember though, like you said,
Yeah.
social studies or like any type of like geography like class or whatever,
History.
I would get so hype when they would mention the
Yo.
Philippines. I would be like, yeah, I know where that is.
That's where it came from. Do you ever look at like the index of your history book to find like Filipinos
Yes, I
or
always go to,
Philippines?
like, Philippines.
And then it said like World War II.
Yeah.
Or, like the Japanese. And I was like,
But
yeah.
that was like, it made me realize like no one really knows.
No.
And so that was when I was like, well, let me teach you. Because at the time also, like, I was also interested in learning more about the culture. And so with that, I was kind of like teaching my friends that would come over.
Right.
More about the Philippines and the culture
Oh,
and
that's
like,
so
you know,
cute.
family. But my brother, he's what now, 12. In his elementary school, they had international night, and basically like all like you would learn about all the countries, and like the students, you know, who had the nationality would tell their peers and like the parents and their classmates and teachers about their country.
Did you have that too?
And that was very interesting. I didn't have that.
Oh, really?
I never had that. From what nothing that I can remember, but my brother, obviously he's repping the Philippines.
Period.
And he, you know, at least has this opportunity to be like, to represent the Philippines and let his classmates and his teachers know about his culture. So that's something that's like very interesting now that I guess I didn't really experience before.
Oh, wow.
Like, wouldn't that, like, that would have been super cool.
Right. No, I'm just surprised that you didn't go through that
And,
either,
like,
because I actually went through that, and I went to school in the Bronx
Really?
at that time. Like,
I don't know. I didn't go through it.
oh, that sucked.
Sad.
I mean, mine wasn't special. I think Luke's was more special, your brother. But yeah, even for me, we had to bring in like food. We had like a food festival. And then you had to bring in food from your culture, right? So I remember, what did I bring? I think it was like, so it was a cheese ensamada. Like,
Yum.
and stuff like that. But yeah, also at the same time, I didn't really know that much aside from like what I learned from TFC, ABS-CBN. I only knew of like the dramas, like Marco, maiyakan, that kind of stuff.
That's, you know what's interesting is that's how I was able to learn Tagalog.
Oh, because
because I you know, I can speak, like I'm fluent in Bisaya, as you know, but I could not, for the life of me, speak or understand Tagalog until I was about 12, 13.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I thought it was earlier.
And the way I did it, like I would just be like, yeah, like I'm here. But I actually I put in time and like watched all the teleseries and the movies, and at first I would only know like the movie lines, like the really iconic well-known popular hugot lines. But then I was like, the way I did it, like I started with the subtitles and then I would just take them off, and then I would learn that way.
I love how you actually put in effort to really study
because I
it.
wanted to learn it. Yeah.
Wow.
And also, like, I guess I was exposed to a lot of Filipinos, but they spoke Tagalog, and I was like, why is I have to learn it?
Because for some reason it's like more common to hear Tagalog than Bisaya, but also like a lot of people who speak Bisaya know how to speak Tagalog naman.
Know how to speak Tagalog.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh wow, I didn't know it was that late in your life though. Oh.
Yeah. I couldn't speak it like confidently until then, because I would be able to understand like the basic words, but nothing until I was like 12.
Oh, wow.
That I could like actually speak it.
Huh.
But you know, Bisaya, kung magbisaya ta, my gosh. Dali ra kayo na.
Para sa imuha, pero sa ako, maglisod ko.
Maglisod ka.
Because actually, I'm like kind of backwards with Rianne. Even though I was born to Bisayan parents, I actually learned, now that I'm thinking about it, as you were talking, and then I was also like following my own timeline, I realized that I did know I was Filipino probably around 4-ish, 5-ish. But again, because of the representation, I didn't really know that it was a thing. But because the lady that I would stay with after school, since my parents worked full time, I would stay at her place after school. And she was Filipino as well. She had like her grandkids with her whole family, because you know Filipinos have everybody around them.
Yeah.
She would always have TFC on. And me just being on an English baka, whatever, I'm like, Nanay, can I eat this? Nanay, can I do that? Oh my god, Nanay. And then I hear, what was that show? I forgot. Basta, like, Jan Estrada was there. And like, who was this other guy? The guy with the glasses? Who's always wearing, was it Randy Santiago? He was always like one of the hosts of some show. I forgot what it was. But yeah, I guess my English mind just kept like watching the screen. I'm like, whoa, a bunch of Filipinos. I was shook. And I was just absorbing everything. I was watching Pangako Sa'yo. And yeah, I think through that is when I learned how to speak Filipino. But also like her daughter, of the lady, of Nanay's daughter. She would forcefully like be like, Gail, you have to try. I'm like, try what? She's like, you have to try speaking Tagalog, Gail. I'm like, but it's hard. But also I was just really embarrassed, right? And then she would be, you can't eat food if you don't try. I'm like, damn. So I'm like
she's smart.
She was smart.
She was very smart.
Really, because a girl is hungry, right? And Nana would cook like A1 stuff, right? So I'm like, nagagutom po ako. To the point that, one time my mom was at work and she called me. She called their house, and then she was like, Nak, how are you? And I was like, hi, mommy. Salamat sa Diyos at ako'y nakatulog. She was like, what? I don't even talk like that now. Ako'y? Like, salamat sa Diyos at ako'y nakatulog. What? Oh, that translates to, thank God I was able to sleep. And then just little ass girl, hey, salamat sa Diyos at ako'y nakatulog. Like, ew. Oh, and then it was at that time too that like, because I was becoming a lot better at Tagalog, I would speak it at home to my parents as well. They would speak Bisaya in front of me, right? And I'll be like, what is this? What is this language you're speaking? And they're like, you're gonna have to learn Bisaya. And I was so disgusting before. I was like, Bisaya sounds like a little rough. Cause diba, like Tagalog is more like Bisaya. It's like they're tougher.
It's amazing though.
Yeah.
Like the different dialects in the Philippines, they all sound like, I don't remember which specific dialect, but that my aunt speaks. But whenever she speaks in her dialect, it just sounds so like nice.
It's not Ilonggo?
And I don't think it's Ilonggo.
No.
It might be, but I'm not. I think it's a different one.
But even
Ilonggo.
Yeah. Even in Cebu, there's a dialect,
like,
right? That I forgot. But I think I know what you mean. Yeah, because I think my tita speaks that one. I forgot what it is.
I don't remember like off the top of my head. But Cebuanos can be a little rough.
Oh, super. Doesn't matter what language. That little characteristic of Cebuano Bisaya carried on to English. Everything. Oh, so yeah, it was through them, my parents, that they were talking crap in front of me, and my dad would like really just go to my mom, and then my mom giggling, and I'm like, what are they talking about? That I don't know how it happened, but I eventually like understood, and now I'm still working on speaking. I'm not that strong at it, but
I would say you're fluent.
No. I could act like it, but no. Fake it till you make it. That's how I learned Tagalog, bro. Till you make it. Yup. That's it. Period. Like.
No, but like even for us, like we live in an apartment, and my Cebuana mom could be saying something so basic like "get this" or "get that," whatever it is, but it'll sound like she's yelling, like it's being amplified, like she's throwing it at your face. And
for real.
I'd be like, why are you yelling?
Why are you mad?
That's just my voice.
Nasuko baday ko. Am I mad?
Ako rin nagtingog, oy.
Normal na sa ko ah. I'm like,
yeah.
Okay. I do that to my mom all the time too. I'm like, why are you mad? She's like,
right.
Nasuko na hinoon ko sa imo ha. I'm like, meaning Oh well, now you're getting me mad because
Now
you think
you're
I'm
getting
mad.
No, but my mom will literally like from our apartment to the elevator, bro. You can hear her voice.
It's true
No
though.
joke.
It's true. It's true.
You can hear her voice.
Even me when I go to your
probably,
place,
like floors down. When you're in the elevator and you're going down, you can probably hear it then. That's how loud it is. Yeah, nade, sadiri. I'm like, I'm coming.
relax.
Like, relax. Lower your voice.
Right. Like lower the
We have
tune.
neighbors.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But it's just the, the Cebuana
The energy.
in her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The Cebuana energy. I know that you two are probably watching, Ma and Tita Raja. I'm sorry, but it's true.
Sorry.
Yeah. It's nothing but the truth, so help me God, That's what my mom likes to say. Yo, for real. Even like, diba, like when we go out sometimes in general, like you'll have, for example, one of our friends, their mom will call them, "Oh, so where are you? Okay, did you eat yet? Okay, that's good. Okay, see you, honey."
Whoa.
Right? Or even like someone who speaks Tagalog, right?
No. Yeah.
My mom will be like,
Sana kayo.
ano ka? Where are you? Ikaw na ka? Did you eat? I'm like,
Ulit na.
Ma, I just got out. Like,
I just got here.
ayaw pag ya diha ha. Like, don't be stupid, basically.
Meanwhile, my mom will, if I don't answer one time, she'll call everybody else that I'm with.
Gil.
Di ba, Nay?
Gil, naman mo. Gail, where are you guys?
Yeah, if I'm with Gail and I don't answer, she'll call Gail. And then I'll tell Gail, don't answer, I'll call her right now.
And then, like, I'm bringing the camera with me. She'll bring the phone, like, here. Like, yeah, Gail. Her face is, like, at the bottom.
Yeah. And then I'm like, Mom, I'm here at the place. Look who else is here.
Yeah, and then, hi, Tita, bye.
That's really how it is, though.
Yo, for real. I love how your mom actually contacts everybody else, though. My mom just keeps calling me like, this girl better answer. They give me a bunch of question marks, exclamation points.
But it's even if I like don't answer once, like I could have just not heard it ring.
Right.
But just once, and she'll call everybody else. Like, give me time to call you back.
Right, like, damn. Relax for a second. Maybe I'm using the bathroom. But no.
But yeah, it's okay. We love our Cebuana moms.
Cebuana moms. Ma, do you think this is a nice name? Because, like, I feel like y'all, I mean, including me and Rianne, since, we had, like, the blood in us, right? The Cebuana blood. I feel like it would be cute to have, like, a little thing called Cebuangs.
Oh, you want to do that now?
No, but it's cute. Like,
it's really cute.
Yeah, buang is something like something. It's a crazy person, but it's not necessarily
not like
in
a bad
no. Unless depending on the context. If you're being called a buang because you did something crazy,
something dumb, yeah,
it's contextual. But to me, I feel like it's
with love.
It's
like,
what's that term? It's like with not affection, but with basta. You know what I mean? Like, it's a. Oh my god! Damn, keep talking, Rian. I'm trying to get. I can't English right now.
But yeah, it's not like in a bad way. Like, it's like. Are you talking about
endearment?
Endearment.
There you go. It's like
it's like a term of endearment.
Yeah.
Honestly, like. We're Cebuans.
Yeah.
Like.
And if you're not, then you're Cebuutan. Char. But not Cebuutan. Buutan means like you're good, kind.
Good, yeah.
Yeah, you're just a well-mannered person, right? Whereas buang is kind of the opposite, but why not both? We're complex people.
Yeah.
But yeah, low key, me and Rianne refer to
So-
our moms as the Cebuans.
But with love.
But with
again.
love.
Nay. With love.
Nah. But also, we classify ourselves too as Cebuan.
Yeah.
The little
Yeah.
Cebuans. Okay, we know we're gonna bring that energy to our kids, mampud, diba?
Yeah. For sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
For sure. Oh, Lord. Wow.
Oh.
You know, sometimes I wonder, like, what would we have turned out to be if we lived in the Philippines, you know? Like,
Mhm.
specifically Cebu.
Right. I honestly can't say. Like, I really don't
I don't know
know
either.
how I could have turned out.
Would it be different?
For sure. I just don't know, like, because, okay, so I went to school there for a little bit, just for 1 grade. I think it
Oh,
was
right, when you guys
third
went
grade.
back.
Mhm. Oh, no, it was, like, I finished 2nd grade there, and then 3rd grade also.
Mm.
Something like that. I don't really remember. But anyway, I spent a little over a year there, going to school. I went to, okay, first of all, I went to an international school. So that already was like,
Oh, no wonder.
I wasn't
She's, like,
really
up
fully
there.
immersed. I wasn't really fully immersed
Mm.
in like the school life.
In U.S.
whatever.
culture, she was basically in a private school.
Yeah. But then for 3rd grade, I went to this. I guess it's like a private school. Also, they did like
Mm.
it was. I don't know how to explain it. It was like ran by like Chinese people.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
And so we learned Chinese for like a good amount in the day. and then it was like actual class, you know. And so I had a lot of Chinese classmates as well as Filipino classmates.
So you blended
but-
right back, like right in.
yeah. So it wasn't like it was like a mix.
Mhm.
It was a mix.
Yeah.
Whereas, you know, my cousins, they didn't go to like a school like that. They went to like if they were in Leyte, they would go to the school there. So it was very different. But when I would go to the Philippines and, you know, for the summers that we would stay there and for those like for that year and a half,
Mhm.
I honestly like it's so different. Like
Mm.
that's like obvious, but it's just so different. I feel like I don't know. It's so like tacky, but it's more fun in the Philippines.
Right, because like all of your family is there.
Yeah.
I think about that all the time.
Like I had like a lot more family there than I have here.
Right.
Because here we're kind of spread out.
Yeah, exactly.
But like there we're all literally in like one house and like one person is down the street, the other one is like up the hill. We're all together.
Mhm.
And it's so fun because like you see each other frequently. And if not every day.
Right.
And like the times that like in the summers, like last summer 2019, we stayed in my grandparents' house, and like there I have 3 cousins that live there as well, and my aunt is there, and so we're all there, and it's like all like it's just so much fun.
Right. There's so much people, so much energy, and you're all like really excited to see each other.
Yeah.
It's so different from here.
I feel like here it's like I'm also like excited to see family here, but it's so different.
Yeah.
It's like so I don't know, I can be like kiat there.
Because like also because like they're all around the same age as you, and then you kind of develop a different relationship with them because you're, you know, young and like super excited, like oh my god.
Yeah.
And yeah, man.
Like let's do all these things together.
Right, and it's all good, bro. My mic. Stop it, Gail. But even because my dad lives. Oh my god! You know what? Hold on, give me a second. Cause do you hear
Is
a
it the way you're
heartbeat,
holding it? Yeah. Earlier, not now.
bruh? I need a mic stand. Anyway, yeah, my dad. He's from Kidapawan, which is like near Davao in Mindanao, and yeah, his family, they live only like within a few blocks of each other. Like every single holiday, someone's birthday, someone did something well in school, they have like a
Dude,
little
even just like a
handa.
Sunday. Like I feel
Right.
like any day.
Yeah, just a party every other day, and everybody gets together, and like all the cousins are like around my age too, and I'm just like, I'm always longing for that, you know. Whereas my cousins here, I'm the old one.
Right.
I'm the ate.
I'm the oldest
I'm
too.
like, "Bleh, I want to lean on somebody, you know. I want to be the baby too, you know. But nah. So yeah, cause like they look so happy put when you look on Facebook, Instagram, when they're all together. Yeah, when I'm in Cebu, because I
You go hard.
Yeah, because I know my relatives there the best, like the most, I guess. Because I stay there the longest. Oh my god, I can't English. But yeah, it's so different. Even though I'm the only
It's really
girl,
different.
but yeah, it's so different.
Oh, you're the only girl.
Over there. When I go to my dad's
Over there.
side, there's a bunch.
There's a bunch.
Yeah, but it's so different.
Yeah, for me, like I definitely felt that like whenever we would go back to Cebu, I'm like one of the youngest, I guess. And before, like I would always be like babied. I'm like, ate, let's go play, kuya. And I really liked that. Like I really loved it.
Yeah.
And like
It's nice to feel
getting
small.
to like hang out. Yeah. But like here, I'm like so tired.
I have to be the woman.
Trying to
here.
I have to be the responsible
Yeah.
one and be like,
You have to guide them.
let's not do that.
Exactly.
All this talk about Cebu and family is making me really want to go back to Cebu.
But we're restricted and we're limited to staying in our homes because of the current times.
I wonder how, Sinulog is going to be like.
Oh, you're right.
In January,
I'm
because
thinking about
it's like the
Oh, wow. Is it gonna be virtual
it's like
too?
500th.
Yo, that's whack. Come on now. Oh my god.
I mean, like, we've never. Well, you did, right?
Haven't you? No. You never gone?
Once when I was like very little.
Oh really?
I don't really remember.
Oh wow.
My mommy was calling me.
Oh, you wanna answer?
She probably sensed it. She probably sensed us talking about her earlier.
Tita and Shelly. It's all out of love, Tita. Okay, it's a term of
She sensed
endearment,
it.
Ma. It's a term of endearment. I can feel her blood boiling as she's watching right now. Buang gila. Apa siya mga sibuang diha.
Naman saman mo ni Gail yan.
I love you, okay? Don't worry.
But yeah, anyway.
We're Fil-Ams trying to embrace our culture, okay? Damn. Alright, continue.
But yeah, I experienced it once before, but I was very little. I just remember like being in the streets really and like seeing the like the crowds like gather around and like the people kind of like parading and dancing and
it's so pretty.
that's when I was like, oh, and they're carrying
The Santo Niño.
Santo Niño, and I was like, that's actually like something that I really want to
Did
experience.
you ever want to be the girl
when I'm
holding
older?
it? Like,
Yeah, I would.
holding it. Oh my gosh.
But I can't dance, so whatever.
Char, whatever. Yo, speaking of which, I love how hard they go in the Philippines, though.
Yes.
For just to get that one part of holding the Santo Niño, like,
Yeah.
it's like a full-on pageant just to have it happen, right?
Because it is a very important role.
I guess.
And yeah, they really go hard though.
But for everything.
For everything.
Like, even when a girl, like, breaks up with her boyfriend, you have those supporter friends that have, like, a banner. Diba?
Yeah.
It's so cute.
You know what I want though is like for every single accomplishment, like I want like a huge thing outside my house.
Oh.
Congrats.
Say no more, sis. I'll work on it. I got you.
Like, where am I gonna put that here? Like in the Philippines, they just put that.
Fine, I'll give you a small
put that
one.
outside.
I'll give you a flag.
I'm gonna put it outside my building.
Or like plaster on your windows.
Was
Yeah. Have your neighbors know. Be like, yup, that's me. I got the
That's
job.
me.
Period.
Fingers crossed.
Fingers crossed.
But anyway, sis, so did you experienced sinulog, right?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah.
I mean,
Recently.
I think it was like, what was it? Not last year. Was it 2 years ago? Probably when I
Mhm.
still had that boy haircut. Yeah. I was at Sinulog for the superficial reason of partying. Because I had my cousins from Cebu there going with me, as well as cousins from Kidapawan, and also my best friend that I grew up with here in the States, all like in one group that we went to.
So y'all went hard.
Yo, we went so hard. It was like this Sinulog concert or something. I think it was. What was it? Was it for EDM or something? I don't remember, but it was the electronic music, right? And we even had like James Reed's brother like in the table next to us.
I was gonna say, yeah.
It was wild, and yeah, it was cool, but I don't know, the vibes are just so different. I guess also because knowing that everyone around you is like of the same background, it's kind of heartwarming at the same time, whereas here in the States it's like a mixture, which is also great in itself. But I guess, I don't know, maybe it's that commonality also. And at the same time, I did feel a little bit alienated because I'm not from there, but still it felt like home, I guess. And then I was like imagining too, like what would have been like if I was raised here, but you know, because
that's always like, yeah, we always talk about
right.
that.
Even when I was younger, like that friend that I was talking about, the best friend that I went to Sinulog with, that she goes to school there. We would always talk about when we were younger, like, oh, what if we were to move to Cebu together and like we go to college there together? And we were like preteens talking about this. It didn't happen, obviously, because I'm still here. But you know, it's just that longing to belong somewhere, even though you're an alien to both. Chaw.
Nakakaiyak, sis.
And MK.
But yeah, at least you got to experience it.
Yeah, yo,
you
you need to.
because
Rianne, you need to experience
I
it, Rianne.
still have not.
Yo.
And I always like make jokes because we would always go to Cebu in the summers. And I'd always be like, yeah, I'm gonna come back in January. Just like,
to do
wait
it.
for me, guys.
Yeah, man.
And I was like, I don't want to go. Okay, so my cousins are all like a few years older than me. And so they'd always be like, come here in January, like before school starts. And school always started early for me.
Oh, yeah.
Like earlier in January. So I never was able to go, even in college. I was never able to go. Yeah. And so they would always be like, come before we get old.
Oh, right.
Because they're all older than me. And so now they're all old.
Damn.
We're all old. And so now I'm kind of like the only like person, aside from like my cousins who grew up here in the States, that really hasn't experienced it like within our family. And so I would always be like, wait for me because I'm gonna get there. And I was hoping,
It's me again. Welcome to New York.
I was hoping, like, because I graduated this year, that I would go next year, as in 2021.
And
Because I was like, I have nothing holding me.
Right, I graduated. It's over.
But, I guess with the times, I don't know what it's going to be like. I mean, I know the church there is open now, like slowly, like opening. So I don't really know how that's going to go in January, but obviously like safety first. So I'm hoping that maybe there'll be like a virtual thing and I can experience it from here.
Same.
I mean, it's not the same, but
It's still something, I guess.
Yeah.
It's like, that feeling in the middle of the night, you're all just like a little bit like lit,
a little,
can't really walk straight, but you're happy.
but you're happy,
and like the bass is like beating through your chest, and you're like,
feel it,
right? And then you have that one friend who's really messed up, and then you have to like kind of get back to the world because you need to take care of that friend.
You need to take care.
It's okay.
It's okay to not be
It's okay not to be okay.
Oh my goodness.
God, at God, please let Rianne experience Nillo's.
We'll see.
Yeah,
hopefully.
the proper way.
Hopefully.
Whatever that means. Gosh.
Whatever that
Yeah.
is.
I really wonder though, how are we gonna treat our kids? Are we gonna implement some of the same practices that
for
our
sure.
moms used on us?
Yes. Hello.
You gotta be a Cebuang.
I feel like
Cebuang.
yeah, I mean, like, I really feel now that I'm, getting older and like adulting and whatever, I definitely feel like I'm becoming my mom.
You already look like her. Making it worse.
Yeah.
Just Radia 2.0.
And I know she likes it when I say that I'm like her. Or that I look like her, that I know that I look like her. So, nay.
Tita.
Thanks.
Your product. The one that came out.
She's like, whenever someone tells her that we look alike or that, something about me and her, whatever, she'll tell me and I'm going to be like, ew.
How do you feel now?
I'm like not with it. And she's like, ganahan mo gud ka yan? Ay gud pangilan.
Translate that, Rianne.
Translation, you like it, Rianne. Don't lie. And I do like it because I admire my mom very much. And I know, because like even the way I treat my brother is already like my mom.
Yo, for real, the way she talks to her brother is not the same way that you hear her talking here. It's way different. I'm like, damn, she's a mom.
I use my mom voice. And I guess like relating it even further, as a Virgo, I am that person.
Here we go again with the astrology.
I am that person.
Just so you know, Rianne is the astrologist of the two. She's always sending me memes. Sis, look at this. Aries and Virgo.
Look at
Look at this. It's so me.
We are the same.
We're friends for a reason.
No, but like, yeah, I really like, even the way that I speak to my brother, it's like very much my mom. So like, imagine our kids.
Right, your own.
Like,
yeah, honestly.
no doubt.
Even sometimes I feel like the Janet's seeping through my pores. Sometimes I'm like, whoa. I mean, I like it, but also sometimes I need to like turn it down a little bit.
Turn it down.
Because it's getting a little too crazy. I want to be Gail too, Like, I'm not here to be Janet 2.0. Like, and then with your mom, they actually told you that like my gestures or something is like my mom. Even people before, like when they see me, I don't know, be like stupid or whatever, they're like, Jan, sige, jud ikaw.
No, because that's what my mom was really saying. Like, the times in the first episode, like your mannerisms and like the way you laugh, she was like, Janet kaayo ni si Gail.
Oh God. Meanwhile, my mom was like saying, why are you so expressive, blah blah blah. I'm just like you, whatever. And now for our YouTube watchers, you could see that we're now showing you our Zoom screens because my camera died. Rianne's camera is dying. So we're just going to continue. Also, look at my background. This is me and Rianne. Uncle Penguin. I was wondering if you noticed, but you didn't see anything.
No, because I think you were hiding me. So I was like, I didn't even realize it was.
So it's us,
Oh my goodness.
Still on brand when we were on Club Penguin for a few days, but
when was this? April?
Probably. Grown-ups. Anywho, Rianne, you were talking about Saddie suggestions.
Yes, if you have a story or if you're going through something that you want to share with us, maybe get some advice on, let us know. You can DM us on Facebook or Instagram, or you could email us officialsaddies@gmail.com. And if you have a Cebuang mom that you want to give a shout out to, let us know.
Ma, I love you, okay, Tita, I love you.
I love you, Nay. Tita Janet, my Virgo queen.
Too many Virgos in my life, yo. This month is always so hectic for me.
I love
all the birthdays.
This is the Virgo season.
I lose money so fast.
But yeah, thank you guys for supporting our first episode, and now we're second. So thank you guys so much.
Thank you. One last thing, like Rihanna was saying, aside from your problems, if you have questions for us, like just for us, like, oh, what's your ideal type or what's your favorite color?
Ooh.
Yeah, just send us. We want to answer. We want to interact. This podcast is not just about us, but about you.
Again, we did this to make friends, so
friends. We're lonely. Oh wait, does this show our names too on the Zoom thing?
Yeah.
Damn. Okay. Yeah, GG code.
I mean, I think you could probably just like cut it.
I mean, it's fine. I'm too lazy.
Code.
Yeah, GG. It's also one of my other names.
Other identities. You know, no big deal.
Yeah, no big deal. Rihanna's also Riri. So.
I'm also Riri. Riri.
So to close this podcast episode, my name is Gail.
And I'm Rianne.
Thanks for tuning in to SADDIES.
Thank you guys.
And we'll see you next time.
See you guys next time.
Bye.